Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Kate Louie and I'm with you with another YouTube video. So what I'll be doing today is just a monthly little recap. So yeah, it's just everything I've watched. It's honestly not a lot of movies. I think there's like 12 or 13 movies I have, so it's not gonna be like a very long video. But social media is all right here, and let's just get started. So the first movie that I watched was actually a rewatch, and it's called The Black Phone. And this is on Peacock, and it is about Finney. And he's like a 13-year-old boy, and he ends up getting kidnapped by the grabber. And what happens is like he gets like a phone call from all like the kidnapped kids previously before, kind of trying to help him escape. I love this movie. I think it's like the third time I've watched it. And I just love how it shows that, and also like Quinn's side story too. Also, Quinn's character is like my favorite ever. But I just thought, and then Ethan Hawke in this movie was amazing. So this was just a wonderful and amazing movie. That's a 9 out of 10. And then I watched Influencer. This is a Shudder exclusive. It's about this girl, and she just goes to Thailand. She's an influencer, and she's supposed to go with her boyfriend, but then he kind of just bails on him. So she meets this girl, and then like they hang out and they hit it off, and then something kind of happens. So I just think this was a really good movie. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but I did really like this movie. So that's an 8 out of 10. And then I watched The Black Demon. This movie was a disappointment. I was, from the trailer to honestly like the time I watched it, like even like the beginning, I was so excited for it. Like, oh my gosh, the movie's gonna be so good. This is like a cool little, like mythology. And then it's just so bad. I feel like the acting was horrible, and like usually, like if acting's bad, I can like get past and be like, that's fine. Like, like it'll live. But then like this movie was just so bad. Like I wasn't even like invested in the characters. I didn't really care. Like I only kind of watched it for the shark, and I feel like this movie would have done a lot better if it had a bigger budget and maybe better actors. No offense, but that's a 5 out of 10. And then I watched Creepy Pasta, which is on Screenbox. It's kind of like an add-on to Prime Video, but it's kind of like an anthology on like creepy little pasta stories. It's very slow, and I was quite disappointed with it, sadly, because I was like really looking forward to it, but I just didn't really like it, and the stories weren't that good. It is like low budget too. It kind of reminds me of kind of like a low budget VHS, except for like the movies on like found footage. But that is a 6.5 out of 10. And then I rewatched Little Mermaid, the animated one. I think everyone knows what Little Mermaid is. It was really cool watching Little Mermaid like again. And my brother watched it with me, and I like the movie. So that's a 9 out of 10. And then I watched Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This movie was good. I feel like a lot of parts were like really comedic, and I just felt kind of like too much. But I was really impressed with this movie. And I don't know if it's a sequel to the Dungeons and Dragons or if it's a remake. So if someone could tell me and let me know, that'd be great. But that's an 8 out of 10. And then I watched The Little Mermaid, the live action, which this movie was amazing. I cannot wait to watch it. Again, if you want like a full review, it is on my podcast, which I don't want to talk about in like every video, but it is like a newer movie, so I just wanted to kind of, if you're really interested in like everything, I think it is in my podcast with the link below. But yeah, it was just awesome. Like all the added stuff. I think Hailey Bailey was amazing as Ariel and the prince. He was super hot, and I think he was a good actor too, and he had a nice voice. So that was a 9.5 out of 10. And then I watched She's the Man. So, yeah, this movie I'm meaning to watch. I never really got to it, but I did. It has Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum. It's about Amanda, like, I think her name is Viola, and she is at this, like, place, and, like, her soccer team gets cut. So she wants to play with the boys' team, but they say no. So then what happens is her brother ends up going to like this college, not this college, like this private school, but then like he kind of ditches to go do other stuff. So like the twins or whatever. So she pretends to be a boy and kind of looks like him to go like to the college, not to college, to private school, to like prove that she can do soccer with the boys. So it is a really cool movie. It's kind of comedic. It's a little love story. It's just, I like this movie a lot. So that's an 8.5 out of 10. And then I watched a little Lizzie McGuire movie. That's kind of like a 2000s kick. This movie I meant to watch years ago, and I was watching it on Disney Plus, and then somehow like skipped. So I missed like the whole middle part. But I did like this movie. It wasn't what I expected it to be. And I haven't even seen the seasons, like the show, but it was cool. So that was I do think a lot of parts were kind of cheesy. I just didn't really like them, but it wasn't 8 out of 10. And then I watched No Hard Feelings, which it is like a new movie with Jennifer Lawrence, and it's about like this girl, and she's a little older, and then she wants to stay at her mom's house, but then she needs money, and like this couple, like he's like 19. I think he's going to college, and I kind of want her to like, not gonna say it. So it's kind of controversy just because like if the roles were switched, just wouldn't be allowed. But it's very funny. It is very raunchy, so it's like very inappropriate, and you do get like a scene you don't like. I don't know. It's just there's like a lot of inappropriate stuff that I feel like didn't need to be there, but it was funny too. It was okay. It just felt like it tried too much, and I kind of was a little disappointed. That's a 7.5 out of 10. And then I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. Yeah, I feel like this is just kind of, it does get a lot of hate, but I feel like it is a really good movie. It does have a lot more like torture than a lot of like the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. But it's kind of like before like the original, like kind of like set before the original. The whole time like table, or the whole like little like whatever it's called, like makes no sense to me. But like these people are going to register to Vietnam, but then of course they get stopped by like the like Leatherface and his family. So it is good. It's just I feel like if you can't do a lot of torture, don't watch this. But as a 9 out of 10. And then lastly, I watched Insidious Chapter 3. This was so good. Like I was expecting it not to be that good just because it wasn't following like the same family. But honestly, I really enjoyed this one. I like the like teenage aspect, but it wasn't like too teenagey. And yeah, I just thought this was a good movie. It's kind of about Elise, and then like before like the original family, so it's like a prequel. And this girl Quinn was like trying to contact her mom that passed away, but then like another spirit kind of followed her and she gets possessed. It is really cool. It was like cool like seeing like the connections between this and like the other movies. But they went like way too in your face. Like if you got them, you got them. If you didn't, you didn't. But I love this movie so much. I'm really enjoying this Insidious like movies like way more than I thought I would. So yeah, that's an 8.5 out of 10. And those are all the movies that I watched this last month. So yeah, if you have seen these, let me know down in the description. If there's any movies you want me to watch, put them down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next week.